Beautiful day, unlimited sparkle. I've been getting a lot of messages from people based on my past videos about veganism, vegetarianism, and plant-based diet. And a lot of people ask me, the number one question when they're transitioning with their diets is, where do you get your protein from? So today I have the expert here, Chris Candle. He's been raw vegan for 14 years. He's a holistic registered nutritionist, and he comes from Raw Advantage.
That's me.
YouTuber,
yes.
Just like myself.
Exactly.
And I have been vegan for 17 years, close to raw, but not fully raw. Today, let's ask some wisdom about where do you get your protein?
Yeah, well, I hear this one a lot too. It's always the number one question, and it's actually pretty simple. But where I like to start with it is, how much protein do you think you need? Because everyone says, you need so much protein, or like, I'm not getting enough protein, I work out. Where do you get it?
Especially guys.
Yeah, especially guys that work out. They usually think they need tons from reading muscle magazines, but the reality is we only need about 4% of our total caloric intake to come from protein. And this is really interesting. We can find this out by looking at mother's milk. You know, that's the time when we're growing the fastest of any time in our entire life. Mother's milk is 8% protein, you know, so
that's not very much.
It's not very much, and that's when we're growing the fastest. We're never going to need as much protein as we are when we're a little baby, doubling in size in a couple of weeks, right? So when we look at that and we realize that all whole foods, all whole plant foods are between 4 to 25+% protein, it becomes really easy to see where we get our protein. We get our protein from plants, just like the strongest animals on the earth. The gorillas, the giraffes, the horses and rhinos and all these other animals like that. Elephants, you know. Humans, exactly. We are able to get our protein needs filled, and more accurately, our amino acid needs filled, because we have no need for complete proteins. You know, a lot of people think you need complete protein from animal products, but that's not the case. If we get the individual amino acids, the essential amino acids we require from plant foods, which are buried throughout a whole bunch of plant foods, then we're skipping the middleman, and essentially we're getting the building blocks of protein without needing to take it down and break it apart like we do if we're eating animal products. So it's actually easier for us to get our amino acids from plant foods than from animal sources.
I mean, you get most of your protein from fruit.
Yeah, I'm getting most of my protein from fruit. I've put on about 15 pounds of muscle over the last 14 years. I've been a raw foodist, and some of the strongest athletes and some of the best, you know, like endurance athletes I've ever seen, they're on vegan diets. Look out for the documentary Game Changers. This is coming out soon.
Game Changers.
It's all about vegan athletes and how they're basically taking over the whole scene because you just recover faster. It's awesome.
Incredible. Great. Well, so where do we get our protein from? Just let's list few plants.
Well, you know, like I said, I get most of my protein from fruit, but a really, really good protein source is greens. Green leafy vegetables. Like you look at the gorillas, which are giant. They're just eating a lot of greens, you know.
Vegetables, spirulina.
Spirulina is like 50%, you know. I mean, you're probably not going to eat handfuls and handfuls of it, right? But, you know, you can eat lots of greens. You can eat lots of broccoli. You know, both spinach and broccoli is 2.5 times the protein per calorie than steak. So it's a really high protein food, really high quality. Nuts and seeds. Stuff like hemp. It's an amazing source of protein.
You're consulting people about nutrition. Do you get many concerns? I mean, do you get any people who get actually ill from not having enough protein in their diet?
And that's a great question.
From veganism?
No, you know, in fact, there are no documented cases of protein deficiency in the world unless it's also accompanied by starvation. You know, or the other caveat is if someone's taking care of someone that is basically an invalid or just unable to take care of themselves, and they just give them one food. The ticket is variety, you know, like a variety of fruits, you can get enough protein if you're eating your caloric needs. A variety of fruits and vegetables, tubers, legumes, you know, like, you know, lentils are an amazing source of protein, high in lysine, which some people are concerned about, but, you know.
Nuts and seeds.
Nuts and seeds, yeah. There's so many ways to get protein on a vegetarian or vegan diet that it becomes a non-issue unless you're starving.
Great. It's all about becoming more creative.
Absolutely. Finding the foods you love and eating them until you're totally satisfied.
What's for dinner?
Real pizza.
Ooh, real pizza. So just to show you what we eat, for example, this is completely raw pizza. It doesn't look raw at all. Most people think that raw food is just eating salads. Well, this is what we eat. It's made of cashew cheese. It's made of, what is it made of?
Oh, there's tomatoes, there's chia, there's pineapple, red peppers, mushrooms, onions. Oh my gosh.
It's juicy and it's warm because we heat it up a little bit in a dehydrator.
Should we go for it? Insane.
I'm not worried about my proteins.
We need it.
Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Thank you guys for watching. And how far are you willing to go to live unbound?
Take it all the way.
All the way.